Hey folks, good evening and welcome to the weekend. Big Jet TV survives yet another week as you do. I hope you've had a good week and are some of you guys already starting your weekend. Couple of things in the news this week in aviation. British Airways testing their fifth A350 at Toulouse. Seems those guys are on a real steamroller with getting their A350s into service. I have to say, it's becoming quite a common sight now. I'm seeing them regularly bank out over here. All the time when I'm driving around, I'm seeing the 350. So it's good to see, as well as obviously the Virgin Atlantic 350s as well. Etihad, really putting a lot of emphasis on eco flights now, as are a lot of airlines. Etihad just working with as many sort of like recyclable items as they possibly can, using electric vehicles to load up their aircraft. The cups that they use, eco-friendly here, there and everywhere. So good to see that they're doing that as well. And the other guys, I can't remember who it is, but a lot of people now working on the biofuels as well. And that's something that I want to bring to you, our aviation fans around the world, in a future show. So that should be something quite interesting to look at, especially how these biofuels are manufactured, and of course all the big major fuel companies jumping on that as well, because if you don't jump on it, you're going to basically lose your feet. Emirates adopting a GE Aviation data and analytics platform that allows the airline analysts and the pilots to understand how their planes are operating with a high degree of precision, accuracy and automation. I do know that Emirates are really strict on with their pilots. One thing that we were talking about when me and Paul Hodgson were walking through Toulouse airport the other day, we saw an Emirates crew come down the stairs. They look identical, almost like painted dolls. Personally, I don't really like it. You know, identical looking faces and their lipstick and their clothing and everything that they wear is absolutely identical. And I think it's very strict. I think a lot of the other airlines are a little bit more relaxed. For example, KLM. I know I keep harping on about them, but you know they just seem to be much more of a sort of like relaxed and cool airline, whereas Emirates seems to be a little bit strict. I do know that. You know, if the pilot releases the undercarriage a little bit too early or a little bit too late, that comes back up on the system back at head office, and they get reprimanded. I do know that for a fact, folks. It's quite a common thing, and that's coming from the horse's mouth as well. Interesting to see a few people talking on the shows about this. Interesting to see the Airbus undergoing extreme cold weather climatic tests, which was quite interesting because surely that would have all happened during their certification. Maybe that's something to do with the engines, with the LEAP engines. I'm not sure, because obviously the climatic tests are more to do with the startup of the engines and the systems. So I'm not really 100% sure about that. I know that the LEAP engines and other types of engines, but the LEAP engines particularly, have been going through a few issues. Spoke to Paul at ARD Models today. Hello, Paul. How are you doing? He had a visit from the Prime Minister today, who not to the shop specifically, but to all the shops on the front there. Just happened to pop himself in with a whole load of police officers in a van outside, but Boris Johnson coming into his shop, lovely models, absolutely bloody amazing, you know. But Boris has said that he might go in and open up the new shop that they've got opening up, because ARD Models are expanding. That's how busy they are. They're expanding to next door, so they bought up the shop next door, old motorcycle shop, I think, or something like that. And he's going to be expanding that, so 2 shop widths for his models there at ARD Aviation Retail Direct. That's where you get. They don't look like that, by the way. That one's a bit of a smashed up one. It hit the floor. But anyway. So we are going to try, if we can, to get down there and film that when he opens it. But watch back here for information on that. Now he also at ARD, Aviation Retail Director, has now signed the license. He's got a license for British Airways as well for his specific line and range of models. So we'll be nipping down to ARD at some point to film that with the guys down there and check in on their great range of models. I know it's very popular when I go in there and I do a show down there to see all the fantastic range of models, because it's a bit like going into that miniature wonderland in Hamburg, see all the little tiny models and little figurines and all that kind of stuff. So look out for that coming up in the future. Interesting lot, Polish Airlines, as we see a lot of, forgive the pun, in Heathrow and everywhere else, of course. They've had their MAX issues, but they've obviously got quite a bit of money because they've shown an interest in buying Condor, as you can remember, which is part of the bankrupt airline Thomas Cook. Quite interesting to see that LOT are getting involved in that, and obviously we'll keep everybody updated on the news as that evolves. Interesting to see. I just spoke actually with one of the fellas up there. What was his name? I can't remember. Let's just have a look here. Just stand by with me 1 second, meow san. Yeah, okay. Mr. Maguire is all I can say, because his emails come up with just Mr. Maguire. But anyway, John Lennon Airport, folks. I know we don't talk about that at all really on Big Jet TV, but great figures coming out from them for 2019. 620,000 kilos of cargo in 2019. That's 360% up year on year. So great to see that coming from an airport like John Lennon, and also got us for a great start in 2020 with a number of AN-12 movements. AN-12s, wow. We've seen those at Toulouse, if you remember. Big smoky old prop aircraft. And so we're hoping to go up there. I've already put a proposal into those guys, and we're going to hopefully go up there and do a little feature with our members, of course, initially, airside at John Lennon Airport. Can you believe it? So that's about it on the news. Obviously, there's a lot more. I get most of my information from LinkedIn, folks, I have to be honest. Obviously, there are other methods of getting your aviation news. Next week, for first class and super class members only, guys, we've got Frankfurt and Madrid. First, on Wednesday, we'll be arriving in Madrid. Didn't it, eh? Look a minute, it had like 4 bars left on it. Am I back on? Am I back on? Okay. Sorry, folks. Where did I lose you? Where was I gone? Where did I lose you? Next week, Frankfurt, folks. Frankfurt and Madrid. Now, on Wednesday afternoon and Thursday morning, we'll be in Madrid. So that's 2 streaming sessions live in Madrid for first class and super class members only. And then on the Friday, we will be we're travelling up to Frankfurt on Thursday afternoon from Madrid, and then we will be in Frankfurt for the whole day on Friday. And hopefully, the forecast is quite cold there, cold conditions. So hopefully we're going to get some de-icing action there. Got a number of different spots that we're going to be heading to as well. New ones compared to the last time that we were there, but we will go to the popular spots that you can find actually now on Google Earth, as well as spotterguide.net. So that will be with our first class and super class members only. And next week, just to let you know, all of you executive members know that we will be releasing the best of Schiphol show. And that will be to our executive first class and super class members next week, probably on Tuesday evening, I'd imagine. Other than that, that's about it. So for tomorrow's show, the weekend show on Saturday tomorrow, we're going to be live around about 8 a.m. From the Hilton Garden Inn, live for sunrise, if we can grab it. Conditions are favourable. They'll be landing on 27 left. This is obviously overlooking the southern part of the runway. If you're new to Big Jet TV, here's a short piece. It's around about 7 minutes long, something like that. This is something that I just put together this afternoon to give you guys an idea of what we're going to be doing tomorrow morning at the Hilton Garden Inn. I'll see you back here in about 7 minutes' time. Jilly, run VT. Look at that sunrise, man. Look at it. Look at it. Millie's daddy, British Airways 747 on finals over Brentford. Thank you. Easy, son, easy. test then. Got it, eh? Looks like it's a little bit turbulent. Sort of like 300 feet through the 300-foot layer. That one having a little K-leg. Single arrivals, thank you, mate. Very fortunate. One of the older ones in the fleet. Yeah. So there you go, folks. How about that? That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Just a quick one. Somebody asking about the tunes that the artist. He's an artist. The tunes that we use on our videos, they are generally from YouTube, from the archives on YouTube, all perfectly legal. And if you want to know who they are, then just info@bigjet.tv. Just send us an email, info@bigjet.tv, and tell us which video it was and which track it was, and I will try and fire off some information. Make sure that you send your email address and so on and so forth. Joe Cameron, just quickly, Joe Cameron saying a record year at Edinburgh in 2019 as well. 14.7 million passengers. Definitely need a show from there. Yes, indeed. And it was Declan From John Lennon. Yeah, it was Declan from John Lennon. My apologies. Declan, thank you so much. And good to speak to you on here, and look forward to hopefully meeting up with you and doing a show up there at John Lennon. We want to support as many of the small airports as we can, folks. As you can appreciate, it's all about giving you guys constant coverage and lots of action during our shows. Obviously, we find it quite difficult when you've got an airport that's pumping out very little traffic. But we still do like to have a good conversation, a good chat with the members, and that's why we do like to do things like London City and places like that. And who knows? I know we've talked about, I know a lot of people have asked about Bristol before. So yeah, why not? You know, it's worth it. At least we can give you guys, show that we care and that we'll come out there and do something with you guys, perhaps in the summer when things get a little bit more, busy with the traffic for the summer season. So, that's it. See you tomorrow, 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. UK time, 9 a.m. Europe. And of course, that one will be good for all our friends out there in the East as well. Sorry about the little loss in the signal just then, folks, a little bit while ago. Anyway, that's it. Enjoy your evening, drink responsibly, and listen, please be good to the animals, folks. I'll see you later in the morning on the top of the Hilton Garden Inn at London Heathrow. See you later. Bye-bye.